What's up, everyone? Welcome back to BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rasheed White. All right, you guys actually see the title. You see the thumbnail there. We're going to be talking about another YouTuber over there. In case you don't know, for the people that do know, there was a YouTuber out there by the name of Dreamerspro. The guy's name is Carlton. Carlton. I think Charles. Yeah. So he looks like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. I mean, if you actually go look at the picture, man, and it's not a knock on the guy, man. Hey, you look like a celebrity. I mean, it's really, you can't really tell the difference or anything like that, man. So we're going to get into this over here. He clowns Ben Simmons. He calls Ben Simmons trash, and he's not going to have any kind of impact on the Brooklyn Nets season this year. And it's all smoke and mirrors, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're going to go through a whole basketball tutorial here. That's what the show is all about. It's basketball education. I'm just joking. For people that takes me literally, basketball education over here, man. So this guy is not educated. I think he really has Down syndrome. If you want my really true opinion on that, and let's get into this over here.
He went to the playoffs and was throwing up bricks all over the place. Y'all saw it. No need to go over it again. We're all trying to forget what we saw. I feel sorry, and my sympathy goes out to those Philadelphia natives, because y'all had to see it live in front of y'all. So good gosh, you can imagine how they feel. So we know that. Instead of owning up, taking it on the chin with some of the things that his teammate and his coach said, Ben Simmons said, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out of here. He finds a way to get the hell out of there after turning himself into an absolute nuisance with Philadelphia. He gets to Brooklyn. Then he gets there, and the Brooklyn Nets were getting ready to go into the playoffs, so I think they were in the playoffs at that time, and Ben Simmons is there working out, and it's like, man, I'm close. He saw those boys go down 0-2. He was like, man, I can't play no more. And we were like, how did you go from I'm close to I can't play no more? Apparently he injured himself, and he's gone. He had a back injury, which a lot of us, including Jalen Rose at the time, was asking, well, if this guy had a back injury, how the hell did he pass the physical to get traded? I digress.
This is really to show you how remedial that Charles is from Dreamerspro. Seth Curry, 1 month prior to the trade to the Brooklyn Nets, was actually injured and required off-season surgery. That was documented. What the hell listen, he had a history. It was a documented history of back issues. I think he fell on his back. And listen, I'm not 100% taking Ben Simmons' side over here. I do know that he actually needs to improve on areas in terms of shooting, free throw shooting, and things like that. But I'm not a total fanboy over here, man. Like, we're trying to break down different players and everything. So we, definitely know. So for the people who say, yo, all you do is defend Ben Simmons, listen, I do acknowledge that he actually has some things he needs to work on.
This is the Ben Simmons way. Ben Simmons goes out there, he plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and to quickly summarize his stats, I'm going to do it quickly because, again, I don't want to bother you guys with these stats because they're just absolutely, when I say horrendous, they're absolutely horrendous. Ben Simmons, last year, in 42 games, played 26 minutes, scored 6.9 points per game, shot 56.6% from the field, attempting 5.6 shots a game, shot 0% from the three, nothing new there. Shot 43.9% from the free throw line, rebounds, assists, all of those things were down, steals, all of those things were down across the board. Now, there have been some folks out there that have said, listen, I can't stand you, Charleston. Apparently people thought my name was Charleston. I don't know how Charles and Charleston ended up sounding alike. But anyway, there are people out there.
All right. This is like a little nitpick, but he does say Charleston in other videos. Maybe he needs to actually work on his enunciation. But hey, listen, none of us are perfect or anything like that. None of us are perfect. And going back to the numbers on Ben Simmons last year, you do understand, Charles, that Ben Simmons is actually playing in a system, okay? The coach does not want Ben Simmons to score. The whole offense was your turn, my turn between Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. That's well documented. If you actually watch the games, you would actually really see that. Ben Simmons is a point guard. The definition of a point guard is to actually get other players involved and then look for yours, secondly, basically. So that was the offense. Get the ball at Kyrie and Kevin Durant, especially Kyrie Irving, because he was actually looking for a contract. Ben Simmons already has his money already.
They don't like the fact that I'm saying this, but the fact of the matter is Ben Simmons was horrendous, and it was like, you don't understand, he was injured. That's what they said. Although forgetting the fact that he was already on a downward trajectory, even while he was in Philadelphia. But no issue. What happened? This morning, I was doing some research, and I came across an article that absolutely floored me after I read the headline. And when I read it for you guys are just not going to believe what this article just started off with. You already know that we're talking about Ben Simmons. So let me just get into the article. It starts off, Ben Simmons committed more fouls than made field goals in the 2022-2023 NBA season. Good Lord. Ben Simmons has fallen from grace. He was the NBA Rookie of the Year in 2018. This was after missing the 2016-17 season, which would have been his first year if he hadn't fractured the fifth metatarsal bone on his right foot. Simmons was looked at as a player similar to LeBron James, thanks to his all-around ability. The one problem is Simmons cannot score like LeBron, and this was proven last season when Simmons committed more fouls than he made field goals.
Yes, Simmons can actually score like LeBron. And I did videos on him and I showed the film. All right, this is one thing you don't do, Charles, is actually you don't show the film, and I actually do show the film. All right, yes, LeBron is actually a better three-point shooter. We've seen Ben Simmons have back-to-back 35-point games. He had a 42-point game in the when he actually played with Utah. All right, so he doesn't want to score like LeBron James. They have two totally similar mindsets, but more Ben Simmons, I believe, is just more of a pure point guard. He wants to get a lot of assists as possible. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? I mean, like I said before, we all fall in love with basketball for different reasons. Some guys love to score. They want to be like Kobe and MJ. Some guys rather be like to be role players. There's guys that like to rebound. There's guys that like to pass. All right, that's what makes basketball so special and so unique. All right, it's not one dimensional. So this guy's really retarded, man.
Simmons made 133 field goals last season while committing 139 fouls. This is not what you want from a player who made $35.4 million last season. Who else, truthfully, who else could do what Ben Simmons just did? Who else? Now, the apologists will say, man, you don't know basketball. These are people that ain't coached a damn thing in their life. Man, you don't know basketball. You don't know basketball.
All right, so he's referring to me. You don't know what the hell I did. Yeah, I do coach sometimes. Shut the hell up, bro. You don't even know what the hell you've been talking about. You don't even know me. You're making a stupid assumption.
Basketball, you see, because I play basketball, so the way I'm looking at it and the way you looking at it, you seeing that he made more fouls than field goals. But what you don't understand is that if you play basketball, you would understand why he had more fouls. It's like, bro, we know the result. Stop trying to take us around. Some people act like basketball is like we're building rocket ships here. This is the part I don't. Kids play basketball. Kids play basketball, but they're trying to make it seem like this is something that nobody can understand. Not saying that NBA players don't understand. Obviously, it's their job, so obviously they're going to understand it. But to say that you're the only one that understands this, so basically all of us are watching basketball like fools. We're just watching something we can't understand.
Yes, my friend Charles. You are a casual, okay? It's quite evident you don't even know the definition of a point guard. You don't know the definition of a point guard. I can't even speak here. And yes, I've been playing basketball for over 25 years. I still play. All right. I played over like 20,000 games. I ran point when I actually played in tournaments. So yes, I think I do know what I'm talking about. And I watched like players like Jason Kidd and really kind of pattern my game after him. One of the best point guards in NBA history. Okay. So yes, I think I do know what I'm talking about. All right. So, man, I don't know why I'm even arguing with casual fans for over here. Well, casual YouTubers. Nothing wrong with being a casual fan, but when you a guy over here that's actually trying to put on a show, produce a show, and then you haven't really studied the sport like that, I mean, that's a big problem right there.
Cut it out. That's not even it. Let me give you guys some information here why I feel like Ben Simmons is wasting everybody's time. I want to give you guys some info here that is going to astonish you. Ben Simmons has played in the NBA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. 5 years this fellow has been in the NBA. Let me give y'all some data here. In the 5 years that Ben Simmons has been in this NBA, with the advent of the three-point shot where teams are averaging over 35 attempts per game because of spacing. We've all heard the importance of being a stretch big. You become more versatile. You can help your team. You can do more things on the court. But these Ben Simmons supporters, they'll come into the community section, twerk it up all over the place, knock over everybody's drink.
He's not a big, yes, he's a big guy, but he hasn't played the big man's position. He doesn't play center. I mean, at times he can't play center, but his real position is a point guard. He's 6'10", 6'11", 240 something pounds. The players that are defending him are 6'2" to 6'4", about $190 to like 200 something pounds. Why the hell do you want this man shooting threes for? All right. If they can't stop him from getting to the basket. And again, I've showed the videos of them players that cannot guard him. There's 2 players around him. He still can actually score damn near at will if he really wants to, if he puts his mind to it. So why do you want him actually shooting 3-pointers when, he can just pretty much overpower smaller guards?
And tell us why we don't understand basketball, but they understand it at an intrinsic level. Meanwhile, they're coaching nobody. Ben Simmons in 5 seasons, folks, has made 5 3-point shots in 5 years. 5 years. Let me give you guys some other data. And I'm getting this from basketballreference.com. You're just not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. Get ready for this. Ben Simmons for his career is averaging 56.5% shooter. This is why you guys got to be careful when you're looking at overall field goal shooting percent, because you think, man, this guy's really efficient. Well, he shot 56% from the field. He's better than Kobe. Yeah, there are people that make arguments just on field goal percentage. Yeah, he's better than Kobe. I mean, he's more efficient. I mean, he shot 56.5%, so he's better than Kobe. This is what these people do. Let me give you guys some data. From 0 to 3 feet. Okay, from 0 to 3 feet. Listen to this. Ben Simmons for his career shoots 71.6% from 0 to 3. Dunks, layups. From 3 to 10, he shoots for his career 41%. From 10 to 16, Ben Simmons is a 30.6% career shooter. And from 16 to 3 points, to the 3, Ben Simmons is a 25% shooter. Last year, from 16 to 3, he shot 0%. 0%. The year before that, he shot 50%, which means he must have attempted like 3 shots, or like 4 or 10. The year before that, he shot 0%. This is from 16 to 3. The year before that, he shot 10%. And his rookie season, he shot 39%. The fact of the matter is simply this. Ben Simmons is extremely talented. He has a lot of physical gifts. He's fast, he's quick, he's an elite defender, very smart player. But if we're going to be honest, Ben Simmons has not improved his basketball game over the course of his career. And that's the issue. That's the reason why I say that Ben Simmons is wasting everybody's time. He has not been improving. His free throw shooting percentage last year was 44%. 44%. Let me ask you guys a question before we close.
The offense didn't run through Ben Simmons. I don't know what part of that can he not really compute. If he was actually the main guy that they ran the offense through, then I would understand his point. But he wasn't. It was Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And listen, there's no such thing as a perfect basketball player. All right, LeBron James, how come he can't get to 92-something% from the free throw line? How come Kawhi Leonard can't actually work on his leadership, communication, averaging more points for his career? He's 19-something points, 19.6 points per game. He can't get that to 25, 26, 27 points a game. You know, all these players has something to work on, all right? There's no such thing as a perfect basketball player. I don't understand why he can't really truly understand that. And yes, he will get better, okay? Michael Jordan, you know, a lot of these guys, they actually went through different situations in their basketball playing careers where they actually had to learn to get better. Giannis is starting to realize that now. MJ had to put on more muscle, to get stronger. You know, in his first 7-something years in the NBA. So I mean, let's let him finish over here.
Would you say Giannis Antetokounmpo is a much more skilled? I'm talking about skill. Much more skilled basketball player than Ben Simmons? I would say no. I would say no. I would say that Giannis is very, very raw. Not as raw as Ben Simmons, but he's raw. The difference between a Ben Simmons and Giannis is that Giannis is somebody that puts in the work to improve.
All right, listen, Larry, now understand what he just said over there, okay? That Ben Simmons is more skilled than Giannis. And if you know your basketball, yes, you would definitely say that. Giannis runs over people. I mean, Ben Simmons is a better ball handler, a better passer. I mean, Giannis has a lot of things to actually work on. You see, he's actually working with Hakeem Olajuwon right now to work on his post game. He doesn't have no hook shot, it's like a step through, up and under move or anything like that, where Ben Simmons actually has all this already. So obviously Ben Simmons actually has put into the work. He has good footwork, not great footwork, but he has really good footwork. Where Giannis doesn't have anything. Giannis has to work on passing. I mean, there's a lot of times I'll see Giannis hold the basketball when he's actually double teamed. Then when he does throw the ball out, he'll throw it at a player's feet rather than actually throw it at chest, like right to their chest. So they can actually, like, let's say to a shooter, we don't got to gather it or anything like that. Now, these players in the NBA can actually really, really close out like 1.45 seconds. So if you don't throw a really good chest pass, it can cause the shooter to be disrupted somewhat when the defender actually starts to close out.
Let me give you guys some data. Do you know Giannis Antetokounmpo as a rookie averaged the same amount of points as Ben Simmons as a 5-year veteran? Giannis's first year, he averaged 6.8 points per game. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo. He shot 41% from the field.
Ben Simmons is a point guard. Giannis is not a point guard. Ben Simmons is looking to set up his teammates. He's looking to use his team to beat you. What part of that do you not understand? Ben Simmons is a system basketball player. All right? He wants to use his team to beat you. Jesus.
The next year, he scored 12.7 points per game. His field goal shooting percentage jumped by 9. Since his second year in the NBA, Giannis has shot no less. than 50% from the field. No less. Giannis, you can see, actually works on his game and he attempts. Giannis is not the only guy that's improved. John Morant, Paul George won the most improved player of the year. Pascal, these are all guys that improved over the course of their careers. They worked on their weaknesses. What has Ben Simmons been doing?
Pascal Siakam is not a finished product. Man, shut the hell up. You don't even know basketball, bro. Like, seriously, man. Be quiet, man. Stop. Damn. You know, I'm grateful for YouTube. I mean, you know, they give people the ability to go out there, you know, kind of do their own thing. But, like, yo, you got to know what the hell you're talking about, man. Yeah, John Morant actually has to work on his game because, he's 6'3", 190 pounds. He doesn't want to get hurt. Of course, he has to work on a floater, and, you know, he starts going into the paint and trying to dunk on people. That's why he has injuries now. So, yes, he does have... Ben Simmons is 6'11". You know, he doesn't really... let him finish. I don't want this video to go too long.
Except thirst trapping on Instagram. What has Ben Simmons been doing? So this is my issue with Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is wasting everybody's time. I even read an article here that I want to quickly close with. It's from the New York Post, and it essentially says, get this, Nets Ben Simmons, I owe it to everybody to regain my all-star form. After swinging from injured to ineffective to absent in a season and a half, Ben Simmons acknowledged he owes to the Nets fans and the fans to get back to his old form. And he said, make of it what you will. I'd say the hardest thing was not being able to do your job at the fullest. I never have excuses. All right. I never tried to say anything about different things going on, but I was dealing with an injury at the time, so I did what I could do at the moment, Simmons said. And I owe it to everybody, the fans and everybody, to get back where I need to be. That's what I did this summer to get back. Ben Simmons can go ahead and kick rocks.
He's the LA Clippers fan. He's not a Brooklyn Nets fan. He's not a Philadelphia 76ers fan. Why is he so mad? That's the thing I don't really understand. I mean, at this point, he's just straight trolling. He's not even, like I said, he's not a Brooklyn Nets fan. He's not a Ben Simmons fan. All right? So Ben Simmons actually gets the clicks, and he's just really, like, I don't understand this. He's openly admitted to being a Kawhi Leonard fan. So you never was a fan of Ben Simmons, bro. Like, be quiet. You don't even watch any of the games. All right? So the ball moves better when Ben Simmons is actually playing. All right? Then Brooklyn Nets in the plus-minus department was a plus 40 when he's actually on the floor. Okay? Oh, man. I mean, you know what? I'm done. I mean, I'm just tired of exposing this guy over here, man. You know, he's just really, he doesn't, like I say, he admitted he never played any kind of basketball, any kind of sports. He's never dealt with injuries. I mean, nothing like that. So how can you talk about something when you never experienced it before? All right, you never played the point guard position. Yeah, in the Philadelphia 76ers series, maybe Doc Rivers was saying, go ahead and score. We need you to score. And I mean, his mind, all his life, he was a point guard. Yeah, I mean, like I told you before, everything in basketball is a mindset. Scoring is a mindset. Being a defender, like a good defender, is a mindset. Being a point guard is a mindset. Now you're telling him, you know, in 1 year to actually rewire his brain and to try to go out there and just be a scorer. No, I mean, it doesn't work like that. If you want him to do that, it's going to actually take time. Okay? Because I know I played a point guard position. I understand the mindset. I mean, he's just, yeah, you never played the game, bro. Like, you really need to stop. I mean, you're embarrassing yourself. And let's look at the comment section of this video. I mean, of these, because I've seen some comments on there, and people were kind of roasting you a little bit, man. So, and I'm like, what's the whole point of actually really making this video? It doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Like, why did you actually do this? For what? I mean, you look at Ben Simmons in Google. This is not even a news story right here, man. Yeah, we know he was injured, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Yeah, we know that. It's not giving me the comments. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, I haven't. You know what? I'm not going to go through this because I haven't really. I don't want to make this video long. It's really long. It's already going into the 20-minute territory over here. All right, so I will wrap this video up. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.